Hi everybody, this is Lynn from Creative Concept Crafts with this week's beautiful little file, which is the triple twisted easel card. It looks as if it's going to be complex, but believe me, it's a real simple, straightforward one to work with. So I've taken the liberty of cutting out all the pieces. It looks a bit of an odd shape, but all will become clear as we move through. So I've burnished the lines. Make sure that you give that centre line there a real good burnish so that it doesn't spring when you set the easel up. If you get it there, that's just a tad springy at the minute, so I'm just going to give it another little burnish. Get it nice and flat, and you'll find that once you start to do the card, it's spot on. So there's the mats and layers and the extra pieces that we're going to be using, all cut out ready to go. You'll find that the mat for the base part of the card has got a flat end, so you'll know one from the actual top layer. The other pieces are all for the top. This one is for the base. So I'm going to start off by gluing all this together. Because it's ordinary card, I'm just using an ordinary PVA glue. I've got mirror card a little bit further on, so I will be changing over from this glue for a silicone glue, but at the minute using the white PVA glue on this particular piece of card. So all the way around it, and as always, squiggle down the middle until it's ready for layering up. Ready to go. So just pop it into position, and then once you're happy with it, you can press it all down, just giving it a little squidge over there, burnish down, and I'll flip over and burnish on the other side as well. So that's firmly housed. That's the base part done. Okay, so we're now going to move on to the other three pieces, the triple easel. The first part is just the plain card easel, and what I've done with it, if you try and sit it with the curve, you'll find it won't sit on the easel, which is why there's been a piece cut off at the bottom there. So what I'm going to do is I've actually pencil marked roughly where I want these three pieces to be. I'll explain a little bit more as we're going further in, but I'm just covering up the yellow part of the mat, and I'm going to glue that part. Where my thumb is where I've got a pencil line, so I know where I'm going to start off. So I'm just, again, it's just the ordinary PVA glue, and I'm going to line this up from my thumb, which is, there's a pencil line there which you can't really see. I'm just putting the edge of the heart to the pencil line and just overlapping slightly the straight edge with the scallop from the heart. So once we're happy with that, can flip it over and just burnish it into position. And you can see now that that will sit quite comfortably. Okay, so now we need to glue the decorative lace heart onto its mat. Now this time this is going onto a piece of mirror card, so I'm now changing over to my silicone glue. I'm dotting this because it's very fine work, and you'll find that it's picking up the card a bit because it is a little bit stickier than the PVA glue. But again, just all the way around. I'm just speeding this up because there's quite a lot of little nooks and crannies to get into there. And then I always use, if I'm using filigree or indeed sentiments, I'll always use my tweezers to just hover in position to get it where I want it to go before I let go, and then it can be burnished into place. Just removing some little bits that are in the way, and again burnish on the wrong side. So that's that piece ready. Now the position the filigree heart over onto the other side of the easel, and again I've put a couple of little marks, one for each of the two remaining pieces, little pencil marks, and I'm going to line that up roughly with the pencil mark. And then we can put this open heart wherever we want. You can move that one around. It doesn't have to be where I've put it. It's just where you're happy with it. But that's where I've decided I'd like mine to be. So I'm just holding that in position now. I'm going to check to make sure the box I've done for this, that it fits in. And you can see it fits comfortably, and you could open it up a little bit. You can lift that other piece up further. Okay, so there is wiggle room in the box, but it does fit into this particular box that I've designed. Just gives you a little bit of flexibility. So I'm going to stick the filigree heart on now, onto the other paste piece. And again, I'm just gluing the sections that we need. So there'll be a little bit of glue on the purple bit and on the remaining piece of lemon. And again, it's just overlapping slightly the scallop from the base of the yellow, like the purple part did. So I'm going to glue the base card back to the ordinary PVA glue here, because it's just card on card. It's not mirror coated. So I've got the lines to follow there that I'd marked out, and lift it into position. And when I lift it up again, you can see there's actually one of the scallops that matches. I've just about caught it in shot at the top there. There's one of the scallops overlapping that actually matches. Okay, so there you can see as we go, once we get the stopper on the base, it's all fitting in. Now I'm going to slot the open heart into position. Like I said, you can move this into several different places, wherever you're happy with it. And then check if you want. You can see how much wiggle room you've got there. If you wanted to lift it further away, you can do. So that's where I'm happy. So I just need to glue. I'm just looking at the position now where I need to actually glue the open heart in the position. I'm just putting my thumbs on, and I know roughly where I need to go. So again, it's card on card, so the ordinary PVA glue, it'll be fine. Excuse me if you can hear my dog barking outside. I've no idea what she's yowling at. And just lift up and slot it in behind. You could put it on top if you wanted to, in which case you'd be going on to mirror card, so you would need the silicone glue. But there we are. And basically, apart from a little bit of decoration, the base part, that's the card virtually finished. So it really is quite a simple one, but there's so many varieties you can use. This is the stopper for the base. There's 2 hearts. I've put a couple of layers of foam pads underneath. I'm going to replace that for a minute until I get the top piece on. Done the same thing on here. There's a couple of layers of the foam pads. And again, the position of this is up for choice. You can put it over to one side, you can put it down in the middle. It's entirely up to you where you want to go with it, what angle you want the card to sit at. I'm going to put it over towards the right hand side, I think. And then it just gives me a little bit of decoration space on the base part as well. Could be left at that with the sentiment. I'm going to actually add a couple of little leaves. These are from the Flowers and Flourishes collection, so if any of you've got that, these are leaves I've had lying in my stash from previous projects, so they'll just come in really handy to just finish this one off. I think they finish it off quite nicely. So again, it's just the ordinary PVA glue. I think this is a bit of glitter card that I used for this. You know me and my bling girls. So again, positioning anything fine. I always use the tweezers, and then you can wiggle around, find out what position you'd like the leaves to sit, and they're easy to pop down. So that fills that area quite nicely. Going on to the other side, this is one of the smaller ones, which will again fill the area at the other side. And I find that this particular card, it could be for an anniversary, wedding, Valentine, birthday, even Christmas to your loved ones. It's such a versatile file. I'm sure you're going to use it time and time again. So I'm just popping that over. And as ever, I always like to hang over the base card somewhere. I never like it to finish exactly within the card space. Don't know what it is, but that's just me. And I'm going to add another couple, just that you don't have to do it, but I quite like it. I'm just going to add a couple of the squirrels up onto the open heart. So again, I'm just having a look where I need to be gluing, because I don't really want glue on the open bit. So now, because I'm adding onto ordinary card, but there's also the metallic card here, I will need to use the silicone glue. So I'm just going to lie it flat to position this. The edge of the heart is the place where it's the metallic. So part of it will be okay with the PVA, but it won't glue, it won't stick as well if you don't use the silicone glue on the metallic. Okay, so I'm going to add just one more. I think they complement quite well the swirls that are within the heart itself. It isn't the same swirl, but I kind of think it complements it rather nicely. Again, I'm just looking at an angle that I'm happy to pop down. And I've done a double sentiment with the back again. So I'm just going to add, I didn't know where I was going to put it, so I'm just going to add a little bit of foam tape on the back. Usually just use a couple of layers. And I'm just going to pop it at a jaunty angle, I think, on the bottom of the heart. So, isn't that looking pretty? I've used purple, and it's like a very pale lemon together here, and I really like it. And I'm just finishing off with one or two of my opalescent pearls. So I'm just speeding this bit up because you've done one, you've seen them all. So doesn't need an awful lot, but I'm just filling in one or two of the empty gaps. And there's our finished card. Just getting rid of the little strings of glue, and just going to pop it into the box so that you can see everything fits in there quite happily. And the little decorative lid, the box that I've designed for it. There we go. So we'll just take it out to finish off. And there's our triple heart easel card. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks again, and bye till the next time.